Hi guys, welcome to my next video. We're going to talk about basic electronic components today. In front of you can see components you've probably seen before. Some of them you might, maybe not. I hope you enjoy the video and you take something from it. Okay, let's get started. Let's talk about the basic component you've seen probably often, which is capacitor itself. What it does actually stores the energy, electric energy, which you can use, your load can use basically for later. Often this type of capacitors, which is CB22, they are metallized one, you can see them in the transformerless power supplies, which is basically cheap kind of power supply. You connect basically to sockets like ring bell or any LED in your room. They are more dangerous and that's why they are so cheap. There are no galvanic isolation between your load and mains, like you can see in the transformers, which are quite heavy. Reason why often you can see those in parallel connected to resistors itself, which we will talk about as well. Okay, other type of capacitors we can find is electrolytic capacitors itself, which is polarized. It's got minus and plus. This you can see is gold, which is low resistance itself. And different types, like over here as well. They are measuring farad, microfarads, picofarads, depends on the size. You measure the capacitance of them. Where they're used? They are used in power supplies, like switching to audio application, where higher level of capacitance is required. For example, your bridge rectifier connected to the AC. You want to take the ripple out, so first things you will add is this type of capacitor as a smoothing functionality. What else we can see here, as you can see on this breadboard, there's a different type of resistance, which is potentiometer, where you can regulate value. This one is 20k, so that's the max value you can actually have on that. Normal resistors are looking like this. You've probably seen them before. They got stripes on it. Those stripes basically provide you what value there will be. You can see as well on the internet the charts, and you can actually get that checked. What else we can see on here? Transistors. Those are devices looking like this. Often you see them as well when you actually want to power up something, transfer. So for example, for input you got low current and you're gonna get an output more. So this type of electronic components you can use them as a switches as well. Other components you can see here is the diodes itself. This is quite a big one, which is used, like over here we got bridge rectifier, but this one is got a higher power rating, which you can handle more basically. So if you got some load which is higher, then you use them. What else we can see here? Basically fuses. The main component you can see on the front of your power supply. So if anything goes wrong, your load will take more than specific value written on this, and that will blow off. So those type of this kind of circuit breaker, basically it saves your load from getting into trouble claims. Other components on this table, what you can see is the converter itself, and that converts the voltage, higher voltage to the lower value. You can see there is a different type of potentiometer here to change that value, like this one. Okay. What else we can see? There's often you can as well. There's a small circuit PCB used often for Arduino project. You can add your jack here, and they've got different values, 5 and 3. What I haven't been talking about as well is here you can see what this kind of device is actually as well a capacitor, but the dielectric is film itself. That are used more often in high and low voltages. For example, let's say new boilers, you might see them often out there. Okay, so I think that's the basics. What else we haven't probably touched is the voltage regulators. Those are this type of devices here. You can see them often used. So when you want to regulate your voltage to lower value, so for example, input you got let's say 24, you want to put 12, so you will use one of 7/8 series valve, which then value will tell you what voltage will be. Those type of devices needs heatsink itself, which you can see here basically, so they not get so it might end up basically they will blow off if temperature will rise to the maximum threshold they can handle. I think we talked all basics. Thumbs up if you like the video. If you want to see other videos coming, please press the subscribe button, and see you next time.